All right, everyone, welcome in. We got a lot of news to get to, so go ahead and buckle up, all right? The annual Poarch Creek Pow Wow is happening on Thursday. We'll tell you everything you need to know, and a Florida homicide suspect turns himself in. We'll tell you exactly which case he is involved in, plus 4 of 5 suspects charged in a Mobile homicide of a 9-year-old girl are seeking youthful offender status, what those suspects could face if convicted. All of that and more as WKRG News 5 Now starts right now.
This is News 5 Now, streaming live to your neighborhood and around the world.
All right, everyone, welcome in. I'm Asher Red. Thanks for joining us here and sticking it right here with me on WKRG News 5 Now. We do this every day, of course. You know the drill by now. We do the question of the day, we do the poll of the day, and we also give you the big stories of the day, which is where we start. We start with those big stories. First and foremost, number 5, it's almost time for the 52nd annual Poarch Creek Pow Wow. It starts at 10 o'clock Thanksgiving morning in Atmore on Jack Springs Road. It's a really exciting event, I promise, with dance and drum competitions, and of course you can't forget about the selection of the Poarch Creek Indian Princess. Number 4, the Orange Beach Sportsplex will serve as the venue for the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics Men's Soccer National Championship Games. Say that 10 times fast. I dare you. They'll be hosting those games for the next 3 years. Officials with the organization say the Sportsplex will host the matchups from 2025 through 2027. And number 3, a man wanted for murder in Escambia County, Florida, is in custody. Arrington Moultrie was booked into the county jail this afternoon after deputies say he turned himself in. He is charged with a deadly shooting that happened on Hampton Road almost 2 weeks ago. And number 2, city ordinances pertaining to panhandling, loitering in public parks, and obstruction of sidewalks were changed today by the Mobile City Council. City leaders say the changes don't target the homeless population, but some people might disagree with that. Although a 2015 Supreme Court ruling says that panhandling is protected free speech, one of the changes to Mobile's ordinances addresses what the city calls, quote, aggressive solicitation. They have taken out any reference to the term panhandling, and this passed today unanimously. I was in the chamber when it happened. These changes will not be forced immediately as the homeless outreach coordinator works to educate the police department as well as the public on how to move forward. And number 1, 4 of the 5 suspects charged with capital murder in the shooting death of 9-year-old Kaylee Knight are requesting youthful offender status. Ariel Curry pleaded not guilty at the arraignment held for all 5 suspects this morning. Tyrone Williams, Darius Lucky Jr., Ricky Thayer, and a 17-year-old suspect will have a youthful offender hearing in January. Kaylee was killed while sleeping on a couch inside a home on Rhett Drive in West Mobile. The shots, according to prosecutors, came from an AR-15 and were intended for Kaylee's 16-year-old brother. Yes, 16-year-old. If convicted, all 5 suspects could face life in prison without the possibility of parole. Now, that's our look at the big stories of the hour, but we want to go ahead and kind of change gears to our question of the day. We'll let you guys share your answers, and we go through and we read these. We do have the question right here: which Trump cabinet nomination is your favorite? As we know, ever since Trump has been elected, or the president-elect, he has been making those cabinet nominations. So this ought to be pretty interesting. We'll go ahead and scroll through these real quick. All right, so got to get through the stories. People saying that, so we've got Ginger Pointner here saying that pretty much everyone's completely unqualified with the exception of Rubio and the man he picked for Treasury. Okay. Yeah, we've got, let's get to some actual names here. Too many to name. Someone saying Pete Hegseth. We've got Carolyn Anderson saying none of them. Rubio. A lot of people, as we know, like we've got a lot of, there's a lot of people that he's starting to kind of pick for these positions. He's starting to kind of fill those up. I believe he's picked, as of last night, every single position. So that is something that is interesting to see. So let's go ahead and go over to our poll of the day. So we do this every single day, and this is kind of along the same lines as what we were just talking about with Trump. We want to know, do you think that the January 6th case being dismissed against Donald Trump was the right move or not? A judge did dismiss that case. Here's what you guys are saying. 80% of you say yes, that was the right move to dismiss the election charges, and 20% of you say it was not the right move. So that is pretty interesting, and of course, like anything, like in America, democracy matters. So that is a good reason why we have you guys vote, because we want your voices heard. That's one of the best ways that we could do that. So again, we live in America. You have a right to have an opinion, right? So here's what to do next. Go ahead and head over to our Facebook page, like the WKRG page, especially if you enjoyed what you saw here. Answer our next question of the day, which is, what is a must-have dish at Thanksgiving dinner? Turkey. In my opinion, turkey, cranberry sauce. A question you have to ask yourself, though, what is something you could go without? That, to me, is a bigger question. I would have to say, in terms of what I could go without, I would probably have to say stuffing. And I love stuffing, but if I had to pick something on the table to go away, it'd be that. We also want you to answer the Facebook poll. We want to know this. Who do you think would win the Iron Bowl? Alabama or Auburn? I have an admission to make. I am an Alabama fan. I was in the $1 Million Band for all 4 years of college. And, yeah, guys, unfortunately, Crimson Tide fans, fellow Tide fans, we might have an issue here. So with that being said, mark my words, we'll be right back here tomorrow with those results. In the meantime, go ahead and turn on your television, catch the rest of the CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. See, it looks like we have about 22 minutes left in that, and then we'll be right back at 6 o'clock. I will be in that show, so I'll see you all there. We have Roseanne joining us. Our chief meteorologist, Ed Bloodsworth, is going to be talking about the rain that we've got coming in for the Thanksgiving holiday. And, the temperatures are starting to drop, so that's nice. Then we've got Gerhard Mathangani, of course, with sports. He might even talk about the Iron Bowl. Who knows? Until then, that's at WKRG News 5 at 6. I'm Asher Red. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Have a good Thanksgiving, and good luck with the in-laws.